Welcome to 52 Weeks of Flow. This is a moving river podcast, hosted by multifaceted entrepreneur and transformational coach Bea-Marie Aning. In this podcast, we want to help you discover the concept of flow and show you ways to get into flow and how you can keep your life flowy.
Hello, and welcome to 52 Weeks of Flow, the podcast that delves into the depth of human potential and the transformative power of flow. My name is Bea-Marie Aning, and I'm your navigator on this exciting journey. In today's episode, we are venturing beyond the confines of our physical existence and exploring how our identification with our body and mind shapes our reality. Are we merely physical entities governed by the limitations of our brain's past experiences? Or is there a way to transcend these boundaries, to tap into a world of abundance through the electrically charged powerhouses that are our cells and the neuroplastic capabilities of our brain? Let's unravel the science behind these concepts and discover how we can shift our perception to experience a life in flow and abundance. As we embark on today's journey beyond the physical, let's first address a fundamental question. What do you identify with? Many of us, perhaps without even realizing it, confine our identities to our physical bodies and the unstoppable chatter in our minds. But have you ever paused to consider how this identification might be limiting us? You see, when we tether ourselves strictly to the notion that we are merely physical beings equipped with a brain that serves as the master control center, we inadvertently put on blinders. These blinders don't just narrow our visions, they keep us locked in a loop of our past experiences. So, why is that, you wonder? Well, neuroscience has shown us that our brains are incredibly adept at pattern recognition. This ability is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's essential for learning and survival. On the other, it can trap us in cycles of reliving and reacting to past experiences because our brain operates within the confines of what it already knows. Consider this quote by Dr. Joe Dispenza, a renowned neuroscientist and author. The brain is a record of the past. It's an artifact of everything we've learned and experienced up till this moment. This statement is a powerful statement to the idea that if we identify solely with our physical selves and our minds, we confine ourselves to a limited understanding of what is possible. Our brains, while remarkable, can keep us tethered to the familiar, to the known, thus preventing us from experiencing the infinite possibilities that lie just beyond the horizon of our past experiences. But what if I told you that this isn't the only way? That by expanding our identification beyond the physical and the mental, we open ourselves up to the universe of possibilities. It's kind of like stepping out of a well-lit room into the vast, starlit expanse of the night sky. Suddenly, the possibilities are limitless, unbounded by the walls that once enclosed us. This brings us to an intriguing aspect of our existence: the electrical charge of our cells. Yes, at our core, we are beings of energy. Each cell in our body is filled with electric potential, a microcosm of the dynamic, energetic nature of life itself. This electrical charge is not just a metaphorical representation of energy. It's a literal, physical reality that plays a crucial role in our health, our thoughts, and our interaction with the world around us. So as we navigate through today's episode, I invite you to ponder this question. Are you merely a physical body with a mind? Or are you something more? Something more expansive, more dynamic, more interconnected with the fabric of the universe itself. As we dive deeper into the science of our electrical selves and the neuroplastic capabilities of our brains, we'll explore how we can transcend the limitations of our past experiences. We'll discover how, by rewiring our brains, we can open ourselves to a world of abundance, of flow, where the lens through which we view the world is not clouded by the past, but is clear, allowing us to see and experience the infinite possibilities that lie before us. Having opened our minds to the idea that we are more than just physical bodies with brains that replay the past, let's dive deeper into the very essence of our being. Did you know that every cell in our body is buzzing with electricity? This isn't science fiction. It's a scientific fact that adds an electrifying dimension to our understanding of life. Our bodies are composed of trillions of cells, each a living entity teeming with electric potential. This isn't just a metaphorical spark of life. It's a measurable, tangible electrical charge that powers everything from your heartbeat to your brain's ability to process this very sentence. This electric charge in our cells is crucial for the myriad of biochemical reactions that sustain life. It's what enables our neurons to fire, our muscles to contract, and our hearts to beat with the rhythm of life. It's a reminder that at our core, we are beings of energy, dynamically interacting with the universe. Now, let's consider the brain's role in this energetic dance. Our brain, that marvel of evolution, is not just passively receiving information from the world. It's actively responding to the electrical signals sent by our cells. This interaction forms the basis of our thoughts, emotions, and perceptions. Dr. Bruce Lipton, a pioneer in the field of epigenetics, offers a compelling insight into this phenomenon. He says, "The moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body." This statement highlights the powerful feedback loop between our cellular energy and our brain's processing capabilities. But how does this relate to our daily lives? Think about it this way. When we experience stress, fear, or anxiety, our body's electrical state changes. This can lead to a cascade of chemical reactions that prepare us for fight or flight. While essential for survival, if constantly activated, this state can screw our perception of the world towards negativity and scarcity. On the other hand, Positive emotions like love, gratitude, and joy can enhance our cellular energy, promoting a state of coherence and harmony within our bodies. This not only benefits our physical health, but also shapes our brain's interpretation of the world, nudging it towards a more abundant, optimistic outlook. Understanding this dynamic interplay invites us to ask, how can we consciously influence our cellular energy to foster a more positive, abundant state of being? The answer lies in practices that balance and harmonize our body's energy, such as meditation, deep breathing, and mindfulness. These practices not only calm the mind, but also positively affect our cellular energy, creating a fertile ground for neuroplasticity and the rewiring of our brain towards abundance. So as we wrap up this section, I invite you to reflect on the electrical essence of your being. Recognize that by nurturing this energy, you have the power to transform your perception, your health, and your life. In the next section, we'll explore the groundbreaking interaction of quantum physics and neuroscience, further unraveling how our perception shapes our reality. And I'm going to get a little zip now because this is a lot of words that are coming out of my mouth at the moment. So if you want to grab a drink of water right now, take a sip of water, because water is an energy transmitter, and all the words that I am just firing into you right now is energy, and your body needs help to digest, to transmute that. All right, so let's move on to a fascinating intersection where quantum physics meets our personal perception of reality. This juncture is not just a meeting point of theories, but a confluence of possibility that redefine what it means to live a life in flow and abundance. Quantum physics, a field that has mystified and awed scientists and philosophers alike, posits a compelling narrative about the nature of reality. At its core, it suggests that at the fundamental level, all particles exist in a state of potential, and it's our observation, our conscious focus that collapses this potential into reality. This principle is beautifully encapsulated in the words of physicist John Wheeler, who said, "No phenomenon is a real phenomenon until it is an observed phenomenon." Now, you might wonder, how does this relate to our brains and our capacity to experience abundance? The connection lies in the power of perception. Neuroscience has shown us that our brains can change, a concept known as neuroplasticity, based on our experiences, thoughts, and even our intentions. This means that the way we choose to perceive the world around us can literally rewire our brains, shaping our thoughts, behaviors, and ultimately our reality. Consider for a moment the implications of this. If quantum physics suggests that our observation can influence the physical state of particles, and neuroscience confirms that our thoughts and perceptions can alter the wiring of our brain, then we hold within us an incredible power the power to not only perceive our reality, but to actively participate in its creation. Let's take a moment to reflect on that. Maybe take another sip of water. So, now I'm going to give you a quote from Albert Einstein. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. This statement invites us to question and explore the depth of our perceived limitations and the reality we experience daily. Now, armed with this knowledge, how can we apply these quantum principles to shift our mindset from one of scarcity to abundance? The key here lies in understanding that our perception, influenced by our thoughts and beliefs, is the lens through which we view the world. By consciously choosing to focus on abundance, gratitude, and possibility, we can initiate a profound transformation in our brain structure and function. This shift not only enhances our ability to experience flow and abundance, but also aligns us more closely with the quantum reality of potential that surrounds us. As we continue to explore the science of neuroplasticity and the principles of quantum physics, we uncover practical strategies for harnessing this knowledge. Meditation, mindfulness, and visualization are tools that can help us focus our attention in ways that promote positive changes in our brain, encouraging patterns of thought and behavior that resonate with abundance and flow. So, as we journey through this episode, let us embrace the notion that our reality is not fixed, not confined to the limitations of our past experiences. Instead, let's celebrate the limitless potential that exists when we align our perception with the dynamic, ever-changing tapestry of quantum possibilities. By doing so, we open ourselves to a world where abundance is not just a concept, but a lived reality. As we continue on this journey, we have arrived at a pivotal chapter where understanding meets application. We've explored the confines of our identification, the electrical nature of our beings, and the quantum underpinnings of our reality. Now it's time to discover how we can apply these insights to rewrite our brain for abundance. Neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life, offers us a gateway to transformation. This concept, once a radical idea in neuroscience, is now widely accepted and forms the basis of our ability to change our thought patterns, behaviors, and ultimately, our life experiences. But how do we activate this incredible potential within us? How do we rewrite the neural script to shift from scarcity to abundance? The process begins with awareness and intention. Step 1, cultivate mindfulness and awareness. This first step in this transformative journey is cultivating a deep sense of mindfulness and awareness. By becoming acutely aware of our thoughts, emotions, and the narratives we tell ourselves, we can start to identify the patterns that tether us to a scarcity mindset. Remember, awareness is the precursor to change. Step number 2, embrace positive affirmations. But watch out, there's a kicker to this. Positive affirmations are powerful tools for neuroplasticity. By consciously repeating affirmations that resonate with abundance and positivity, we signal to our brain that these are the patterns we wish to strengthen. For instance, affirmations like, I am open to abundance in all its forms, or I am worthy of abundance and prosperity, can begin to rewire our thought patterns. But this step does not work without step number 5. If you are only doing step 2, you need at least 100,000 repetitions before your brain rewires for good. Step number 3 is visualization. Visualization is another potent technique. By visualizing ourselves experiencing abundance, achieving our goals, and living the life we desire, we activate the same neural networks that would be involved in the actual experiences. This primes our brain to align with these outcomes, making them feel more attainable and real. Step number 4, a good gratitude practice. Gratitude is a cornerstone of an abundant mindset. By regularly practicing gratitude, focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we shift our brain's focus from scarcity to abundance. This can be as simple as maintaining a daily gratitude journal or taking a few moments each day to reflect on what we're thankful for. And finally, step number 5, what you've been waiting for since step number 2. Take inspired actions. All of the above, none of the steps before this, would be complete without action. Inspired action, grounded in our newfound abundance mindset, propels us forward. It's the physical manifestation of our mental and emotional shifts. Whether it's pursuing a new opportunity, investing in personal growth, or simply engaging in acts of kindness, these actions reinforce our brain's rewiring process. Remember Dr. Bruce Lipton? He said, you can change your environment, and that way you can change your genes. This speaks to the power we have to influence our reality through our perceptions, beliefs, and actions. So as we wrap up this section, remember, the journey to abundance is not a one-time event, but a continual process of growth, learning, and transformation. By leveraging the principles of neuroplasticity, embracing mindfulness, affirmations, visualizations, gratitude, and taking inspired action, we can rewrite our brains for abundance. As we near the conclusion of our today's transformative journey, let's reflect on the ground we've covered and envision how these insights weave together into our daily lives. We've traversed the landscape of identity, dove deep into the electrical essence of our being, explored the quantum depth of reality, and discovered practical steps to rewire our brains for abundance. Now it's time to bring these strengths together to live in a state of flow and abundance. Living in flow is about aligning with the natural rhythm of life embracing change, and moving through the world with a sense of ease and grace. It's a state where our actions and intentions are in harmony with the greater currents of existence, where abundance flows to and through us effortlessly. To live in flow, we must adopt a holistic perspective, recognizing ourselves not merely as physical entities, but as complex, dynamic beings interwoven with the fabric of the universe. This recognition allows us to transcend the limitations of our past experiences and open ourselves to the infinite possibilities that quantum physics and neuroscience suggest lie within our reach. This journey we've embarked on bridges the gap between science at what some may call the woo-woo, the spiritual, the intangible, the essence of our being that science is only beginning to understand. By integrating the insights from neuroscience with the principles of quantum physics, we unlock a powerful synergy that propels us towards abundance and flow. This integration encourages us to challenge our perceptions, to see beyond the visible, and to understand the profound impact our thoughts and beliefs have on our reality. At the heart of this transformation is the realization of our brain's neuroplastic capabilities, its ability to form new connections and pathways. Coupled with the quantum understanding that our observation can influence reality, we find ourselves equipped with the tools to reshape our lives. It's not just about changing how we think. It's about altering the very essence of our experience, creating a life that resonates with abundance, joy, and fulfillment. The journey doesn't end here. Living in flow and abundance is an ongoing process, one that requires mindfulness, intention, and the willingness to embrace change. By applying the practices we've discussed, mindfulness, positive affirmations, visualization, gratitude, and the most important one, inspired action, we continually reinforce the neural pathways that align with our highest aspirations. As we implement these strategies, we begin to notice subtle shifts in our perceptions, our experiences, and the opportunities that come our way. These shifts are indicators that we are moving into alignment with the flow of abundance, tapping into the limitless potential that surrounds us. To embody abundance and flow, we must also cultivate resilience, openness, and a deep sense of trust in the journey of life. It's about more than achieving specific goals. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts and creates abundance. This transformation is both internal and external, reflecting in our relationships, our work, and our contributions to the world. So, as we conclude today's episode, remember that living in flow and embracing abundance is your birthright. It's a state of being that transcends the physical and the material, touching the core of who we are. The journey there is unique for each of us, but it's guided by universal principles that bridge the worlds of science and spirituality. So I invite you to take these insights, these tools, and these practices into your life. Experiment with them, integrate them into your daily routines, and observe how they shift your experience of the world. And that's it. That's it for today. That's our show. Thank you for tuning in and listening to the 52 Weeks of Flow podcast. I'm giving you a virtual high five over here right now because you have finished. It's the 50th episode, so we have 2 more episodes. It's the episode before the last one before the... We're almost at the end of season 1. And if you have a second, can you please rate and review the show? It would mean the world to me. And be sure that I read every comment from you. It also helps me bring on more incredible guests, and it will help us reach more people and shift their life into flow. It will only take 10 seconds, and it will absolutely mean the world to me. And if you're not done and would like to know more, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to our newsletter at www.superwoman.coach to never miss out on any news, discounts, trainings, workshops, healings. Thank you so much for listening to the 52 Weeks of Flow podcast. Until next time, keep shining, keep learning, keep growing, and keep flowing.